Why are we afraid of being loved too deeply? Have you ever wanted to be loved, but felt afraid when someone actually came too close? Not because they were doing something wrong, not because you did not care about them, but because their kindness felt almost too much. They noticed small things about you. They remembered what you said. They tried to understand your silence. And instead of feeling only comfort, something inside you became tense. You started pulling back. You replied more slowly. You acted colder than you really felt. You told yourself you needed space. But deep down, maybe the fear was not that they did not love you. Maybe the fear was that they did. Sometimes being loved feels comforting, but sometimes it feels terrifying, because it means someone is close enough to see the parts of us we try to hide. This is one of the deeper reasons people push away the people they need. It is not always because they are heartless, cold, or incapable of love. Sometimes they are protecting themselves from the vulnerability that love creates. To be loved deeply means more than being admired from a distance. It means being seen closely. It means someone may notice your insecurity, your fear, your need for reassurance, your emotional patterns, your unfinished pain. And for someone who has learned to survive by hiding those things, deep love can feel less like safety and more like exposure. This often begins with a simple belief. If someone sees the real me, they might leave. So when someone starts loving us deeply, we may not only feel warmth, we may also feel danger. Because now there is something to lose. A casual relationship may feel easier because it does not ask too much from us. We can stay in control. We can show only the version of ourselves that feels safe. We can leave before we are truly known. But deep love is different. It asks us to stay present when we feel insecure. It asks us to receive care without immediately doubting it. It asks us to believe that we are not only lovable when we are strong, useful, funny, or easy to be around. And that can be difficult. For some people, closeness activates old emotional alarms. Maybe in the past, love was inconsistent. One day it felt warm, and the next day it disappeared. Maybe affection came with criticism, pressure, control, or rejection. Maybe they learned that depending on someone was dangerous. So later in life, when someone offers steady love, the nervous system does not always recognize it as safe. Instead, it may ask, when will this change? When will they get tired of me? What do they really want? What happens if I need them too much? This is why a person can want connection and fear it at the same time. They may crave love when they feel alone, but when love becomes real, they may feel trapped, exposed, or emotionally overwhelmed. Imagine someone who has been hurt before. They meet a person who is patient and sincere. At first it feels beautiful. They feel understood. They feel less alone. But then the other person gets closer. They ask, "Are you okay?" and really mean it. They remember details. They notice when something is wrong, and suddenly the person feels uncomfortable. Not because the care is fake, but because it is real. They may begin to think, why are they being so kind to me? What if they see how messy I actually am? What if I become attached and then they leave? So they create distance. They might make a joke when the conversation becomes emotional. They might change the subject when someone expresses affection. They might act independent even when they secretly want support. They might test the other person by becoming difficult, quiet, or distant, just to see if they will stay. But these behaviors often create the very outcome they fear. The other person may feel confused, rejected, or exhausted. They may eventually step back. And then the fearful person says to themselves, "See, I knew they would leave." But what really happened is more complicated. Their fear shaped their behavior. Their behavior damaged the connection, and the damaged connection seemed to confirm the fear. This is why self-protection can sometimes become self-sabotage. The person is not trying to destroy love, they are trying to avoid pain. But because love and pain have become connected in their mind, they treat closeness like a threat. One important idea here is vulnerability. Many people think vulnerability means weakness, but psychologically, vulnerability means allowing another person to see what is true inside you. It means admitting, "I care." It means saying, "That hurt me." It means letting someone know that their presence matters, For someone who is afraid of being loved too deeply, vulnerability can feel like giving another person the power to hurt them. So they stay guarded. They may say, "I do not need anyone." But often what they really mean is, "I am afraid of needing someone and being disappointed again." They may say, "I just like being alone." But sometimes what they really mean is, "Being close to people makes me feel unsafe." This does not mean every person who needs space is afraid of love. Healthy space is important. Independence is important. Boundaries are important. But there is a difference between choosing space from peace and choosing distance from fear. Peaceful space feels calm. Fearful distance feels tense. Peaceful space allows love to continue. Fearful distance tries to escape love before it becomes too important. And this is the heart of the issue. Some people are not afraid of love because they do not want it. They are afraid because they want it too much. They know that if they let themselves trust, they may become attached. If they become attached, they may become vulnerable. And if they become vulnerable, they may be hurt. So they pull away before the relationship reaches the place where it could truly matter. But healing begins when we notice the pattern. When we can pause and ask, "Am I stepping back because this is wrong for me, or because this is meaningful to me?" That question matters. Because sometimes the discomfort we feel in deep love is not a warning that the relationship is dangerous. Sometimes it is the feeling of an old wound being touched by something gentle. Of course, love should never require us to ignore red flags, accept disrespect, or abandon our boundaries. But when someone is patient, respectful, and emotionally present, our fear may come not from what they are doing, but from what closeness is awakening inside us. Learning to receive love takes time. It may mean being honest in small ways. It may mean saying, "I care about you, but closeness scares me sometimes." It may mean letting someone reassure us without immediately rejecting their reassurance. It may mean allowing ourselves to be seen little by little, instead of disappearing the moment we feel exposed. Deep love can be frightening because it reaches the places we usually protect, but it can also become healing for the same reason. Because the parts of us we hide are often the parts that most need kindness. So maybe the goal is not to stop being afraid immediately. Maybe the goal is to recognize the fear without letting it make every decision. To let love come close slowly. To learn that being seen does not always mean being abandoned. To understand that vulnerability is not the end of safety. Sometimes the person we push away is not the person hurting us. Sometimes they are simply standing near a door we have kept closed for a long time. And maybe being loved deeply is frightening, because it asks us to believe that even the hidden parts of us may still be worth staying for.